Hey lovies, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be filming my top favorite foundations at the moment. But not only at the moment, they're literally holy grail of mine. I always have to restock on these certain foundations because I feel like I need to have them in my life. They work perfect with my skin type. I have oily to combination dry skin depending on the season. During the summer, I have oily, irritated skin, and during the winter, I have dry skin, but oily always on the T-zone. It's horrible. My skin irritates me, but I mean, it is my skin and it is what I have and I have to embrace it. But I feel like these certain foundations just work so perfect with my skin at all times throughout any season. I do have two drugstore. The rest of them are a little bit more on the pricier side. I will go ahead and in the video I will insert the prices of each foundation when I talk about them, just so the video doesn't take too long of me explaining prices or anything like that. Drugstore foundations, I always buy them at Walmart, if not Target, but let's get right into the video. So to begin, the first foundation, it is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. This foundation has been in my makeup kit since I could remember. Like, honestly, this is such a bomb foundation. It minimizes my pores because lately, you guys, my pores have been horrible. Like, I feel like I can see them from a mile away, but it might just be me. I am the shade 220, but during the summer I am shade 228. Also, since I am a little bit oily, it is a mattifying foundation, but I do find it to be mattifying but not overly dry. So once the foundation is way too dry for me, I cannot use it because it's too much. It's too heavy on my skin and stuff like that. So this foundation, it's so beautiful on the skin. It makes you look, I don't want to say completely matte, but with a little bit of dewiness. I don't know, maybe it's just my skin, but I love this foundation so much, and it's super affordable. The next drugstore foundation, it is the Milani foundation, Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. There are times where I just put this foundation on, no concealer whatsoever, powder my face with a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of mascara, do my brows, and I'm out the door. And it does conceal my under eyes, especially on those days that I wake up with dark circles, I'm super exhausted, I didn't have a good night's sleep. This foundation comes in handy, and it is a thicker consistency than the Maybelline one, but this makes your skin look so flawless, you guys. Like, it's such a bomb foundation. I am in the shade 05 Warm Beige, but during the summer I am 06. Every time I wear it, there is always somebody asking me, what do I have on my skin? What foundation am I wearing? It makes my skin look so beautiful, and it's definitely a restock that I have all the time in my kit. The MAC Matchmaster, and I have restocked this baby. I honestly don't even know how many times. I can't even remember how many times. I'm running low again, and it does have SPF 15 in the foundation, but I don't find any flashback in the foundation, which is pretty amazing because normally when they have SPF they do have some flashback, but I love it. I love it all year round. Like, through all seasons, I love this foundation, especially on a daily basis for work because it's so lightweight. It doesn't look too cakey on the face or anything like that, which is perfect. This foundation, I am in the shade 3.0. I could probably do 3.5 and 4.0 if I'm not mistaken, on my darker days. This baby here, and it is the Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, and I am in the shade NC30. You guys, this baby here, this foundation, Lord, thank you so much, because I've been using this foundation for years, like before I even started my YouTube. That's how long I've used this foundation for. If you want your makeup to last all night, if you don't want it to move anywhere, if you want to have a full face beat, this is the foundation to use. A little bit goes a long way. My skin looks like Barbie skin, like there's no imperfection in my skin using this foundation. So I really love this foundation. Next baby that I've been loving so much, and I actually used it on my wedding day, it is the NARS foundation in Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I actually need to get it in my regular shade because this is a little bit too dark for me, but summer is coming. This is actually my summer shade, and it is in Aruba, and I cannot stop talking about this foundation. I've told all my friends about it. I told my family about it. It's such a beautiful foundation. It gives you a flawless canvas. I don't even know what it is about this foundation, but it's so bomb and I love it so much. And sometimes I even mix it with my Fenty foundation, and oh my goodness, when I mix it with Fenty Beauty's foundation, it's a whole nother type of cocktail. I don't know if you guys do that, but I do mix my foundations together. Sometimes I want a little pump of this one, half a pump of that one, and I do my own little cocktail sometimes. But honestly, this baby here, bomb. And again, it is the NARS foundation, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and for my summer I am Aruba, and my regular shade I'm not too sure what I am, but it's Aruba what I've been using. Speaking of Fenty, you guys know I had to include this baby in here. Fenty Beauty, yes please. And I am in the shade 240. For summer I am at 300 on my little bit of my darker days, and oh my god, I love it so much. My regular shade is actually running out, and I just shaked it because, you know, I'm moving my foundations around like crazy, but it is almost empty. This is the second bottle of it that I purchased. I'm gonna go through my third one pretty soon. I'm excited. I can't wait to go buy my third foundation, like, hey. And I also have it in my darker shade, so you guys know if I buy a regular shade and a summer shade, you know they're my holy girls for sure. So I really love this foundation. It's so beautiful. The only thing I would say about this foundation is if you do have dry skin, you have to really moisturize, and you also have to exfoliate, because if there is any dry patches on your face, this foundation will cling to it. That's the only thing. But other than that, I mean, unless you're moisturizing, exfoliating, really taking care of your skin, of course skincare is key to any foundation looking flawless, you guys. But this foundation, I do notice it a little bit more because I've had moments where I'm being lazy and I'm not really doing my skincare as I would want to or as I should, and I start getting like little dry patches, and I hate when that happens to me, especially around summertime. I hate when that that irritates me. So this foundation will cling on to those little patches, but unless I'm doing my full-on skincare and my skin is perfectly good and hydrated, then this baby, it's beautiful. Like, I can't even explain how beautiful it is. A little bit goes a long way, you guys. Any of the foundations that I mentioned, a little bit goes a long way. It's always better to apply less and then apply more in the areas that you need it, instead of you being like crusty cake face all over. You guys don't want that. It is more of a dewier foundation, and this is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. So in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I would actually wear this on its own, but then I was noticing that my skin at the end of the day, or not even at the end of the day, it was like after lunchtime, I guess you could say, my skin looked so oily, like way too dewy. And on top of that, I do wear highlight and all that stuff, so it was just like, what the hell? Like, okay, it's the foundation, like I'm looking hella like a turkey, you know, like hella glazed out. No thank you, not for a foundation base. it was too luminous for me, I'm gonna say. But what I started doing was mixing it with my more mattifying foundations. So I would mix it with my Milani, my Studio Fix, my NARS, my Fenty. This baby here, oh my goodness, you guys, if you just want dewiness but still a mattifying foundation, this is the baby to get to mix with those foundations, you know. So like I said, I like mixing my foundations. So technically I have 5 technically I have 5 favorite foundations, but I did have to throw this one in because I do mix this one every once in a while with my regular foundations. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video of showing you guys my favorite top foundations. I will see you guys in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe and show some love. I love each and every one of you. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. That is where I connect with you guys a little bit more on a daily basis. Bye!